Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Illinois Fighting Illini, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Illinois' offense will get the first swing of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress at defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long. Right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
And I think that was step one for this offense. You didn't want to start backed up, but you did on this first drive. Nice job getting that first down, creating a little bit more space. Now I look to see if they get back on script, maybe get aggressive and see what this offense does to them.
Looking to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Off play action. Looking down the middle. He's got it. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Illinois moving it quickly down the field. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
To the air on second down. Pocket breaking down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Under fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the grab on the left. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside.
Oh, he's got some space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so interesting.
Man, you gotta love the offense coming out with a plan. They're gonna feed their running back. Great job featuring him. Great job setting the physical tone. And they punched this defense right in the mouth and already got them back on their heels.
From the gun, the running back has it.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Looking for the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And that's a wobbler, but it grazes its way over the crossbar. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, did not go through the uprights. You've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Trying play action. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lyon. Tackled there by the defense.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big 3rd down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
Grabbed behind the line. It starts. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Quickly out to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Lyle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Power football with the run. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Illinois! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Georgia Southern is putting on a show offensively, only there's been no real story arc. It's been all Eagles all day with almost no let-up. They're up by 24 over Coastal Carolina. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens. You should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Now adjusting. Turning it on. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy. So frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Right on target this time. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Wolverines are rolling down the field. This time they'll go to the running game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wolverines have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Now the play fake. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Quick release by the QB. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wolverines. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. Oh, he had him out there, and he was trying to compensate for that speed, but just a little too much distance.
That's just greased lightning, so you think, I can't overthrow this guy. I'm going to throw it out there and let him run underneath it just a little bit too far for the speedster.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A high kick trying to pen them deep. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty.
False start of offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Snaps it in the shotgun. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on fourth down.
The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for room. It's Oda. Gets it past the marker. Wide open spaces. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Will took everything on defense. Just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Nick.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Maurice, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. There he goes. Got the first down and more. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Fighting Illini with options here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Quick completion on the out. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Now on first down from the 43. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it And I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Working the middle of the field, he knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Got it in the middle, it's wide. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Offense facing 4th down.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Michigan.
They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. They've already put 1 field goal on the board. This one will need to be well struck from 44 yards out. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And that lead grows even bigger. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor.
Illinois has it teed up, ready to start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Michigan offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the 1st half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the 2nd half.
They'll open this 3rd quarter with a run. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wolverines are flying down the field. Got the quick pass. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the running back. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Running the red zone, it's Hamilton. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the...
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Wolverine. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. From the gun. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back at this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Looking for space. It's Patterson. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Finds a man in the middle. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
On target over the middle. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. The Illini started this drive deep in their own end, but now starting to generate some momentum. Gives it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal block.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Pulls and fires complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. He'll sneak it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counter punch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And the Wolverines are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. From the gun, give on the inside. Gives them a little more breathing room, a 3-yard gain out to the 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Hammers his way across the 10, picks up 4 to the 11.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Makes the grab. On the move at the 30. There he goes to the right. The 30. The 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
They were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, David.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
He's got his man. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
By the receiver.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run play action. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Ready?
One final play before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the shot way downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down. And come up bankrupt. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time. Breaks into the open. And he slipped through the crowd, and Hill house it. Touchdown, Wolverines. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
The Illinois offense returns to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
Really nice 1st down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Illinois can be aggressive here on 2nd and short.
22 water.
Looking to pass, it's man. Rushes on him. That's reeled in. It's Lyle. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a 1st down. Illinois move the chains on the ground. Let's see if they run behind that big offensive line again. Snagged in the middle. It's Lyle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Fighting Illini with options here on 2nd and short. looking to throw its man. Zings it complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. The Illini started this drive deep in their own end, but now starting to generate some momentum. With the run on first and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Finds his man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Takes the easy completion. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the field goal unit is on the field. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. They want that clock to run. Plows through the defense. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wolverines are on the move.
Come on, Seth.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. You got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football. But there's definitely a school of thought and nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man in the middle. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna look downfield again. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. Fires to the right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page. You get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, you know, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Fighting Illini needing to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air. It's man. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.